Hey there poetry pals, welcome back to another video. This week I am running down my top 10 favourite YouTube channels. I have a confession to make. I am obsessed with YouTube. I watch it every day. I am subscribed to something like over 200 channels. I love a huge range of YouTube channels and I thought it would be cool to share with you what I'm obsessed with at the moment. Maybe you watch a lot of YouTube too, maybe you don't, but I just thought I'd share them with you to see what you guys think. And if you think I'm missing anything or you have any recommendations based on what I'm loving at the moment, by all means please comment them in the comments below. I really want to hear and find out about new people that I should be watching. So please let me know if there's something that you guys recommend. So this is a range of old favourites and new things that I have got into since being in lockdown, by which time my personal YouTube consumption has skyrocketed since I've not been leaving the house as much. And especially now I've stopped working because I'm on furlough. When I was writing this video, I was looking at three main criteria. First up is personality. Are they engaging? Are they likeable? Do I feel a connection with them? And sort of getting into that parasocial relationship that you can only find on the internet. The second quality is content. What sort of things do they post about? What genre of YouTube are they? Is it interesting? Is it entertaining? Is it educational? I'll be going into those. And finally, clickability. Do I watch every single upload that they do? Am I so invested in them that everything they put out I'm watching? So without further ado, here are my top 10 favourite YouTube channels at the moment. Number 10 is The Financial Diet. I love learning about money and how to save. It's full of informative and interesting advice on how to get your finances together. I've always been mindful of my money and how I can better save and budget and stuff like that. And this channel is full of advice on how to do that. There have been times in my adult life where I've had to live on very little. I'm sure I've mentioned the time I quit my full-time job to do a master's in poetry and I was only working 15 hours a week. So budgeting and knowing how much I'm spending on what was a really important part of my life, and this YouTube channel seriously helped me with it. They cover all sorts of things from lifestyle and good saving practices, from stuff like meal prep and food budgeting to saving for an emergency fund. There's also great advice on how to earn money through side hustles and other things like that, as well as what to do with money once you have it, like investing and stuff like that. I thoroughly recommend this channel, do check it out. It is based in America, so a lot of their advice is based on the American money system, but there is still very useful advice for people living all around the world, as generally they stick to sort of general lifestyle stuff. Number 9 is Yoga with Adriene. Do I even need to say it? Yoga with Adriene is the best yoga, nay, workout YouTube channel there is. She is so wholesome. She's got an adorable dog that features in the background of a lot of her videos. And you could do a different one of her yoga videos every day and not repeat yourself for an entire year and a half. Her channel is what got me into yoga in the first place. I really found when I first started yoga, I didn't want to go to classes because I was intimidated by not being as flexible as other people. And the great thing about Yoga with Adriene is that you can do it in your own living room and you don't have to worry about farting in front of a whole room full of people. The channel is perfect for people new to yoga as well as experienced yogis. She has amazing 30 days of yoga challenges, which she's done for a few years now, so there's quite a few of them. And they're just really great for learning the new techniques of yoga. She's got a Foundations of Yoga series where you can learn more in depth about each pose and what it should look like. And also, she's just wonderful. She's just wonderful. So next up, number 8 is Sci Show. I'm including all of Sci Show's offshoots, including Sci Show Space and Sci Show Psych, because I find all of the channels super interesting. I really love learning about science. In fact, science was the subject I was best at in school. How I ended up doing English, no one would have predicted that based on my GCSE results. The great thing about Sci Show is that it answers people's questions about science and also keeps you up to date with the latest scientific news and discoveries, all while explaining it in a really easy and accessible way, so you don't have to have a degree in science to understand what they're talking about. More recently, they've done videos on the coronavirus, and it's really good to learn about the science behind it without all of the politics and the... So number 7 is Tiffany Ferg. She's actually a recent one that I've got into. All the ones that I've spoken about so far have been shows that I've been watching for a number of years, but Tiffany Ferg is one that I've got into relatively recently, at least within the last couple of months. In terms of her personality, I think she's really cool and likeable and a bit nerdy, and I feel like we would be friends. Tiffany, if you ever watch this, let's be friends. I know you're in America, but well, you know, let's be friends. She fits more into the commentary side of YouTube. This is a part of YouTube that I personally really enjoy. Turns out I love YouTube about other YouTube. She does a series called Internet Analysis where she looks at trends on YouTube and the internet at large. And I really like how much research she puts into all her videos. They are really informative as well as entertaining. And she covers a wide range of YouTube genres and internet trends. She's not really focused on just one area, and that's what I really like about her. One of the things that I first got into the commentary side of it is actually like beauty drama videos, and I guess sort of like working my way through my recommended is how I found her, but she doesn't fit into the drama category. It's more researched, it's more objective. She's not just a drama channel. Don't get me wrong, I love drama channels, but she provides more information and an analysis in an unbiased way. I watch every video she puts out new, and because she's a channel that's relatively new to me, I've been working my way through her older videos as well, and I have to say I really like her. She's relatable and interesting, and you can tell that she has a background in sort of media and journalism by the way she writes and constructs her videos. I really enjoy it. Check her out. Number 6 is Lindsay Ellis. I love this channel. Lindsey Ellis does film video essays. They're really well researched and they are a bit longer, and they go really into depth on analysing films and what made them successful or didn't. I first found Lindsay through her video essays on the Hobbit films. I'm a massive Lord of the Rings fan, and I even wrote a review of the Hobbit movies as an adaptation for one of my deadlines at uni. This series looked at how the films got made and why they arguably failed. It went really in depth into the filming process, and I learnt loads about the impact that studios can have on making movies, as well as the interesting situation when it comes to actors and workers guilds in New Zealand. I thoroughly recommend this series as a starting point for her channel. From there, I went on to binge every video she has on her channel, and I loved learning about film. She goes really into depth into film theory, and it's interesting for me as an English Lit graduate to see the similarities and differences between analysing books and stories and analysing films and stories. Her videos are long, incredibly detailed and well researched, as well as providing a real education into the theories of analysing films. Her most recent video is about Cats and how that film came about. Obviously, when the film came out, it was a bit of an internet sensation for good and bad reasons, mostly bad, let's be honest. Her video looks at the history of the musical itself and how it made it to the stage and how it eventually got made into a film. It's really interesting, especially as someone, even though I'd never watched either the musical or the film itself, I watched it, I found it so fascinating that I had to go and watch the new movie out of a sense of morbid curiosity. Watch it, it's great. Number 5 is Safiya Nygaard. I've been watching her since she was at BuzzFeed as part of the Ladylike team. She's really bubbly and friendly, and I really enjoy watching her and everything that she does. She's actually one of the only 2 YouTubers whose merch I've bought. She released a series of lipsticks with Colourpop Cosmetics as a result of her series of bad makeup science videos, and I couldn't resist buying it. I'm actually wearing one of her lipsticks now. This is called Screamer. What do you reckon? It's actually fading off because I've been drinking tea, so sorry. But yeah, Screamer. I love it. She does videos about style, fashion, and general lifestyle, makeup, all sorts of things. And I really love how researched and in-depth she goes into her videos. I think it's really funny how extra she gets on these things. She'll make like Franken lipsticks where she'll combine all of her lipsticks in her collection, melt them together, and then turn them into new lipsticks. That's what prompted her collaboration with Colourpop. They made a load of the shades that she's made on her bad makeup science videos. I really enjoy them. Her most recent sort of it's not bad makeup science, but was on combining every single Lush bath bomb into one big bath bomb. That was super funny. It was really weird and I thoroughly recommend watching it. Also, her wedding video is stunning. It came out a couple of months ago, and as someone who's just had to delay her own wedding, I've gone back and watched that video a couple of times. I think it's really beautiful, and also I loved stealing her ideas for my own wedding. Go and watch it. She's super cute. She hasn't been uploading that frequently recently. I hope she's doing all right. But if you haven't watched her before, I definitely recommend going through her old uploads because they are really great. So number 4 are the Try Guys. I've been watching these guys since they were at BuzzFeed. A few years ago, I was on the BuzzFeed hype, and I am less so now. But I fell in love with these guys, trying all these wacky things and turning them into videos. A couple of years ago, they actually left BuzzFeed and started up their own company, and one of my favourite types of video they do is actually what it is like to run your own company. They also include their staff a lot in their videos, and I really enjoy that. They often try stuff on a theme. I really enjoy Keith's Eat the Menu videos where he'll eat everything on the menu of different fast food restaurants. It must really mess with his digestion, I have to say, but I really enjoy watching them, so I hope he carries on. And they also started a podcast, which I really enjoy. It's nice to have it on in the background while I'm working. Since lockdown, they've been coming out with videos that they obviously filmed before lockdown started, but also they've been putting out content about them in lockdown as well. They're one of the only channels that I'm watching at the moment that focuses on what it's like to be in lockdown and how it is working from home and being in all those situations. I really enjoy their honesty on it, and it's nice to know that I'm not alone going a little bit loopy. They also have really fun activities that they do to keep themselves occupied whilst in lockdown. Keith and his wife made a miniature golf course in their apartment, and that is actually what inspired my turning our house into a mini golf course for my fiance's birthday. If you want to watch how I turned our house into a mini golf course, you can watch that video here. So we're about to head into the top 3, but before we get there, I wanted to do some special mentions for people who didn't quite make it into my top 10, but they're still really great and I recommend giving them a subscribe and watching the stuff they do. First of all, Sexplanations. For all your sex and relationship educational needs. I discovered it a couple of years ago and I learned a lot. Next, Brad Mondo. I love his hairdresser reacts videos, but more specifically recently he's done a load of videos on how to care for your own hair, including cutting, colouring. He's made a video on how to cut short hair, which is obviously very useful for me. Check it out. Another one is called Just Right. They do a lot on film and writing theory, and they're really interesting and informative videos. Next up is Lena Norms. I think she's the only British YouTuber I've included. Guys, I need more updates on British YouTubers, so if you've got any recommendations, please put them in the comments below. I love Lena and all of her book-related content. She works in publishing and she does lots of interesting videos on the subject. The most recent video that I've really enjoyed is she rereads The Hunger Games in a matter of days and gives us her insights as she's reading through. I thought it was really interesting, especially because I studied Hunger Games as part of my degree as well. My last special mention is for Dissociated. I found out about her due to the recent drama of the Trisha Paytas scandal, and I find her content really interesting. A lot of education and a lot of informative videos on what it is like living with dissociative identity disorder, or you might know it as multiple personality disorder. DID is just the new updated name for it. I found it really interesting. I love learning about it. Hey, if you're interested in sort of mental health and stuff like that, definitely check it out. You'll learn a lot. Okay, we are heading into the top 3. Here we go. Number 3, Simply Nailogical. I love her. I think she's great. I think she's really funny. She's really down to earth. I also like the fact that she is a bit older. Actually, most of these people are around my age or a couple of years older, and I love how she works really hard on her YouTube videos, but she also has a full-time job. How she maintains it, I don't know. I think she's really funny and relatable. When I first found out about her, it was through her initial viral video, which was Polish Mountain, where she put 100 layers of nail polish on. It's the most ridiculous video I've ever seen. And I started binging a lot of her content. I find her early stuff a little bit irritating, if I'm honest, but the stuff that she's coming out with in the last couple of years, I've really enjoyed. I think she's really funny. She's also started a podcast called Simply Podlogical, where you get to know her and her boyfriend Ben a lot more. And I really enjoy that because I think they're really nice people. So, you might have noticed from the name of her channel, she does nail art, or at least most of the time she does. She sometimes goes a little bit off the rails and makes a cake with edible nail polish in. Don't recommend by the sounds of it, it sounded horrible. She does a lot of cool nail art challenges, and that's really interesting. And she also does super interesting educational videos on how to look after your nails and how to repair a break. I have learnt so much from her. So one of the other things is that she is the only other YouTuber whose merch I've bought. Last summer she came out with her own brand of nail polish called Hollow Taco, and it's fantastic. And in fact, Hollow Taco is featured on some of my nails. These two are from her collection and I really like them. Her brand of nail polish is really good. It is pricey to get it delivered to the UK, but man, it's worth it. Number 2 is DeFranco. He's really funny, but also keeps it really factual and sticks to the basics of the story, reporting what's going on and then giving his opinion a little bit at the end. He does frequent news shows. I can't remember how many a week he's on now. I think it might even be 4 news shows a week, covering events that are happening around the world in the news, as well as on YouTube and the internet. I think I got into him because of his YouTube commentary, but actually I stuck around for the way he reports news events from around the world. His videos are well researched, to the point, and really balanced. Also, in the middle of his videos, he includes a section of Today and Awesome where he recommends lots of other videos to go and watch, which I really enjoy, and I frequently go and watch the stuff he recommends. I like watching them because I find out about news stories I wouldn't normally find out about. I can then go on and find out more about those stories if I want to. More recently, he's been doing a lot of content about the coronavirus and how different countries, but specifically focused on the United States, are dealing with it. I find it really interesting to watch the way he reports on this, especially when in a lot of mainstream news and media, it's really hard to take a step out of the politics of it all, and he generally stays unbiased, and I like the way he reports these things. I watch his videos as soon as they come out. I like to keep up to date on what's happening, and also I love the fact he's got a good dose of YouTube stuff in there too. Okay, so my number 1 favourite YouTuber of all time is Jenna Marbles. I don't feel like this is much of a surprise. I think she's ace. I've been subscribed to her for over a decade now. She's a couple of years older than me and I feel like I've grown up with her, you know? It's really weird. I think she's funny, relatable and really good-natured. She isn't affected by the drama on YouTube. In fact, when Dramageddon was happening in the beauty community, she made a video about giving herself a new face and putting loads of prosthetics on, and it was the break I needed. She really makes you feel like one of her friends and really connects with you through the camera. I think when I was talking about the parasocial relationship at the beginning, I think I feel that most strongly with Jenna. Like, I am convinced we would be good friends. Obviously, I've never met her, and if I did, it would be really weird and one-sided because I feel like I know so much about her, but obviously she doesn't know me. She's talked a lot about how when she meets fans, they act like they know her really well, and actually that can be a really positive thing for her, and I admire that. It also, can we just take a minute to just respect the hustle that she is still putting out relevant content on YouTube that people want to watch after so many years. Fair play to her. There's not a single video that she's uploaded in the last couple of years that I haven't absolutely loved. I loved her 32-year-old lady videos where she does just crafts because she wants to and films herself doing it. And hey, do you know what? I'm here for it. I watch it, so fair play to her. The other thing that I find most interesting, like the videos I love of hers the most, are the videos about her dogs. I've never liked dogs, I'll be honest. I've been low-key scared of them for most of my life, but her videos, one, made me fall in love with her dogs, and two, have made me fall in love with dogs in general. Like, I kind of want a dog now. I would honestly watch any video that woman puts out because I just want to keep up to date on how she's doing. A few months ago, she hit 20 million subscribers, and to celebrate, she took a nap on the sofa with her dogs. The video lasted, I don't know, just over 10 minutes, and I watched the whole damn thing. It's bizarre. I don't know why I'm so into her videos, but I am. So there you have it. Those are my top 10 favourite YouTubers at the moment. I'd be interested to see if I feel the same way in a year's time or 5 years' time, but I'm fairly confident Jenna Marbles will still be at the top. I hope she keeps making videos for as long as possible because I need that content. Do you think I'm missing anyone from this list? Please let me know in the comments below. If you've got any recommendations based on what I've said, the things I like, stick them in the comments and I'll definitely check them out. I hope you're doing okay, by the way, guys. This time is really confusing and I thought lockdown might be a good opportunity to get into some new content, to try something new, so recommend me yours. Let me know if you've heard of these guys and if you've been watching them, and let me know what you think. Please make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'm currently on 320 something subscribers. Wouldn't it be lush if I hit 400? Let's get there. Let's do it. Why not? Reach for the stars. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.